What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're going back to Chevelle. Yes, indeed, Chevelle Fans FEELIN YOU. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-bobbidi-bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Sam R. And Sam R wanted to see me react to this song by Chevelle called Mars Simula. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by Chevelle, no surprise there, and the video has 1.8 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Chevelle, Mars Simula, official music video. Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, there's that word official coming off of their official page. Yep. Look, you know what I'm going to say, so I'm not going to say it, all right? All I'm going to say is we're just wait and see what happens and hope for the best. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
riff's nice. The main riff. When the song fully kicks in, I think that's the chorus. That's a nice riff. I like that. It feels good. It sounds full. It's got a lot of power behind it. Drumming is nice. I like what's happening within the drums. Very concise with its patterns. Great dynamic usage too on everybody's end. Guitars, bass, drums. The usage of dynamics, when they come down, and they're not relying on the mix to do that. They're not relying on the engineers to do it. They themselves are bringing their playing down, and that I absolutely appreciate that. Vocals. Okay. I know what they're doing. I know what they're trying to achieve. And listen, from a technical standpoint, they're doing a fine job of it. Okay, it's being done well. I just don't know if I'm the biggest fan of it. They're doubling and tripling up on the vocals, and each vocal has a different approach. I'm not talking about effects. I'm talking about an approach. You'll have the same line done 2 and even at times 3 different ways, with a whispery, breathy voice, a stronger voice, less wisp, more tone, but in a lower register. And then there's also times where they'll have a higher register, a higher pitch voice with kind of a pinch or a nasally tone to it. And they're switching them out and mixing and matching. Like I said, and they're doing a fine job of it. They are. There's a lot of variety happening. Like I said, sometimes it's one voice, sometimes there's 2 voicings, sometimes there's 3 voicings. And when they do the 2, sometimes it's the whispery voice with the high-pitched voice. Sometimes it's the high-pitched voice with the low-pitched voice. Sometimes it's the whispery voice with the low-pitched voice. So they're adding some nice variety. I don't know, man. It's almost, I feel like it's almost a distraction from what's happening within the song. It's like as soon as they start to do that, it grabs your full attention, and you're no longer really paying attention to what's happening within the instrumentation. And maybe that's what they're going for. Maybe that's what they're trying to get. Maybe they're trying to distract you from what's happening within the instrumentation. Because if I'm being honest, the notation, like the melodic lines, the chordal progression of what's happening within the instrumentation, it's pretty basic. It's really not all that impressive. It's pretty simple stuff. It's being done well, but it's very simple, which really kind of opens up the floor for the vocals to take over and steal the spotlight. So maybe that's what they're going for. If that is what they're going for, mission accomplished. They're doing it. Why they're doing it, I don't understand. I really don't get that, but I mean, maybe they're doing it for, or maybe then again, maybe they're not. Maybe that isn't their intention, and maybe they're just, trying to do something different. And if that's the case, I'm sorry, but it's not really working all that well. It's not very pleasing to the ear. So I don't know. I'm not really a fan of this. So, and it's because of the vocals. Like I said, instrumentally, I mean, what they're doing, it's simple, yes, but it sounds good. So I got no problem with anything that's happening on the instrumentation. My problem lies completely within the vocals. And not even how it's being done. It's the fact that they're doing it that I'm not a fan of. So, anyway, let's finish this out and we'll get to the review. Come on now. Yeah, I like the riff here. It's simple, but it grooves hard. The riff is great. Simple riff, and man, it hits hard. I like the riff. I like the main riff. It's the strongest thing going for the song. Not the strongest sounding we've had from Chevelle on the channel. It's not the strongest outing. I mean, like I said, it's not bad. It's not bad. We're not going to be in the negatives. I can guarantee you that. We're not going to be in the negatives. But for those of you hoping for a 9, got bad news for you. No chance. And not an 8. No chance of an 8. And I'm going to be honest with you, folks, 7 might be a stretch. I don't know if we're going to be in the 7s or not. But I can guarantee you we will not be in the negatives. We will not be under 5. So, let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Chevelle with Mars Simula. This was a request from Sam R. Okay, yeah, it's not the best showing from Chevelle, if I'm being honest. I've had much better showings from Chevelle than this one on the channel. And the score is going to reflect that, unfortunately. But I have some good news. We're not in the negatives, okay? I was right. We are not under 5, okay? So when I give the score, do not go and assume that this is a negative score or this is a bad score. No, it's not. We're in the positives, I promise, okay? And I will explain everything. Let's start with the score first. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 6.7. Yep, 6.7. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 6.7. What does that mean? Well, a 6.7 would translate to a pretty good skill rating because overall, I think the song's pretty good. It would also get 3 out of 5 stars and a B letter grade. Yeah, let that one sink in. B as in boy. So there you go, a 6.7, pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. Okay. Like I said, not the strongest showing from Chevelle. The strongest thing about this song was the main riff that we heard in what I believe was the chorus. Within the context of the chorus, where every instrument cut loose. When that happened and everybody was playing full, then it sounded powerful. It sounded strong. It was a banging riff. It was a strong riff. It was a killer riff. I loved everything about it within the context of when it was done within the chorus. Now, that same riff was also used outside of the chorus as the main riff leading into the verses. Not quite as strong there. It lost some of its body. It lost some of its power because they were holding out. They were holding out until we got to the chorus to really cut loose. Okay, I get it. You want the chorus to be the most impactful part of the song. And it was. Mission accomplished. They did it. So I get it. I absolutely get it. I just wish they could have found, I don't know, maybe a different riff or a different approach to make it sound a little stronger and not quite so hollow in the other areas of the song. The verses, if I'm being honest, a little thin, a little on the bone there, but they still sounded good. There wasn't anything displeasing. There wasn't anything that made me go, oh, gosh, that didn't sound good. No, it sounded just fine. I just felt like it was left wanting a little bit. A little thin in the skin, and not in the skin, but a little thin on the bone. The instrumentation sounded fine. I really have no problems with anything that happened instrumentally. From a playing perspective, like what notes were played, what chords were played. Everything sounded fine there. Nothing blew me away. Nothing blew my skirt up, but at the same time, nothing sounded bad either. So it was a solid job across the board from instrumentation. The vocals. Okay, listen. I talked at length about this. I really don't want to talk about this at length again. We saw what they were trying to do. They did it. And they did it well. Okay, they absolutely did. The techniques that they utilized were done really well. I will absolutely give them props for it. I just don't think it fit the song very well. I'm sitting here going, it's a distraction more than anything else. I mean, it's making me do a double take every single time. There's a new line, there's a new combination, and I'm kind of sitting here questioning it and going, okay, well, I see what they're going for, I see what they're doing, and they're doing a great job of it, but
why are they doing this?
It's taking away. It's not enhancing. It's a distraction. It's taking away from the song. And I just don't feel like it was very tastefully done. Like I said, technique-wise, technicality-wise, they knocked it out of the park, but it just really left a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know about anybody else, but I wasn't a fan of the vocals on this. I feel like they've done better, much better vocal work on other songs that we've heard on this channel. And as a result, the score did suffer, especially considering the fact that it's the lead vocal. Kind of the most important thing about the song as far as melodic line goes. That's being carried within the vocal. The vocals are the main melodic line. And as a result, they suffered. So I just wasn't a fan of the vocals on this. I really wasn't. I've seen them do far more impressive work and far more tasteful work than this. So, taking all these factors into consideration, this is how I came up with that 6.7. I want everybody to remember in closing that this is not a bad score. We don't get into the bad scores until we get under 5, okay? So, a 6.7, it's not bad. It's actually, by definition, it's a pretty good score. So yeah, 6.7, I feel good about that score, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 6.7, which is a pretty good skill rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a B letter grade. Take your pick, I don't care, whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later, peace.